That's just 2 paragraphs. That's like the whole philosophy in 2 paragraphs. And we back, baby, with another reflection on the daily Vedantic. In today's reflection, I've mentioned this book countless times, Don DeTritus. The book, Don DeTritus, The Eternities is the full title, that changed it all for me and countless other people. It's rare to find this ancient philosophy articulated in simple, modern words. So this thing has been refined over and over and over again over multiple decades to give the distilled philosophy and just such brilliant, simple, but also profound language. But I talk about it so much, I was like, you know what? I'm actually just going to read a portion of it so that listeners that are like, I want to listen to something, I don't want to take a jump into a book, even if I mention this book all the time. And I'm going to read just 2 paragraphs for you to get a sense for how well written Swami Parthasarathhi's writing is, how well written this book is. This book, people are going to be reading this book 1,000 years from now. And, well, I'll read 2 paragraphs. And I just opened this page right before starting this episode. And I was just looking, I was like, what's a topic I could reflect on today? Open to this page and I was like, I can't do any better than this. So I should just read from this book so people can get a sense for the language that is used in this book. There's absolutely no woo-woo aspects to it. It's all, he's a trained lawyer. It's written like it's authored by a trained lawyer. So let's jump in. This is chapter 7, Light of Wisdom is the title of the chapter. Starts with subtext, Veil of Ignorance. So this is about halfway through the book. So this isn't like the introductory concepts, but it's also not the super advanced stuff either, but it's right in the middle. Veil of Ignorance. There is but one reality, the Supreme God, the omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent Brahman. Brahman is Sanskrit for the vast. Beyond the sphere of time, space, and causation, though all-pervading God is located in the self within, just as a government spread all over the country is located in its capital. The philosophy of Vedanta gradually instills the knowledge of the self, by which you transcend the limitation of your body, mind, intellect, and merge with your supreme self. You regain your infinite being. Ignorance of the one reality projects the pluralistic phenomena of the world. Just as the ignorance of a rope lying in the dark projects an illusory snake, it is the reality, Brahman, alone, that appears to you as the universe. The creation of the universe, therefore, is brought about by the ignorance of your intrinsic primal nature. With the dawn of knowledge of your true self, the entire world folds back. You merge with the supreme, all-pervading reality. That's just 2 paragraphs. That's like the whole philosophy in 2 paragraphs. Certainly might not answer a lot of questions that someone would have if they just read those 2 paragraphs, but that's just 2 paragraphs of this book. This book, I won't say any more. I'll just leave it at those 2 paragraphs. And with this medium of a podcast project, you can re-listen to those 2 paragraphs if you would like. That would be a better use of time than anything that I could say or try to add to those 2 paragraphs that start the chapter in the light of wisdom. That's today's reflection. And maybe should be a few lifetimes of reflection on the daily Vedantic. We'll see you next time.